All right, we are officially underway. It's, should be. There we go. Should be. Yep, we out here now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Curtis's Podcast Network. I'm your host on this channel, Curtis Brown, and with me, as always, here on Tighten Up Tuesday, Blake motherfucking Bellamy.
What's up, guys?
Today we're going to be talking Titans news. We're going to be talking everything two-tone blue that we can possibly muster, and then we'll ask some questions that aren't real questions, but they're fun. So
Yeah, no such thing as dumb questions. Just dumb people.
we're just going to lean into it, and we're going to have some fun. So hit the comments, hit the like and subscribe button wherever you're at: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Let's get it. All right. First off, we have a new dad in our midst. Young Blake Bellamy had a baby girl a few days ago, and we're just excited for you, bud. And congratulations. How does it feel?
It's good, man. It's very. I don't even know how to explain it. Everyone always says that you don't know what it's like until you're actually a parent, and that is true. It's awesome though. She's adorable. She's a very wiggly little thing. She was born 4 weeks early, so that was a little scary, but she's perfectly healthy and great. She's back home now. We're just big chilling.
That's what I love to hear. Did you guys spend any time? How long were you in the hospital?
Her water broke on Wednesday at like 1:45 p.m. She was at work, and she's such a gangster. She drove to the hospital, and then she gave birth at 5:30 in the morning Thursday.
Damn.
So whatever that math is, I think it's like 17 hours.
That's honestly not that bad.
No, and she flew right out of her. It was awesome. It worked perfectly.
She flew right out of her. I'm sure that's gonna be great later. In other more somber news, former Houston Texan and Baltimore Raven Ryan Mallett has passed away. I don't know a whole lot about the incident. I know that he passed away in Destin, Florida, and just thoughts and prayers with the Mallett family at this moment. That's just at 35 years old. Like, he's still a baby.
I know, and I read earlier that I believe there's like 11 people this year have died in the Gulf of Mexico, and a lot of people that watch this are familiar with the Gulf, like Texas, or Texans fans, Jags fans, Titans fans. We're pretty close. When we go vacation, we usually go to the Gulf, and those waters are no joke.
No.
Always be careful out there, because riptides will get you, and anything. I mean, oceans are dangerous, so yeah, be careful out there, everyone. Even the best of swimmers can die in that.
Very, very true. Hold on. I'm trying. There we go. Which one is this one? All right. So let's get into the first topic here. We're going to talk a little bit about D-Hop. Mm-hmm. So he came and visited the Titans the Sunday before your child's birth.
Yep.
And he then visited the Patriots, still a free agent.
Yep.
How does that make you feel? Do you think the Titans maybe lowballed him?
I lost you. I can't hear you. We'll back with these sponsors. Bye, Rain.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
All right. All I heard was free agent.
He's still a free agent at this point. So do you think they maybe lowballed him or something? And that just kind of.
I think even if the Titans gave him a wild number, if they gave him, he just said earlier that he was not looking for a raise. If we gave him anything close to it, he probably would have taken it in theory. But I think he was going to not accept any offer, no matter what, just to shop around and see. For a couple reasons. One, there's really no reason to get signed now anyway, because they're not doing anything until training camp. So he could be waiting until training camp, because why wouldn't you? Or he's waiting for, like God forbid Jamar Chase goes down and he's out for the year. I think he'd rather go to Cincinnati than Tennessee, for instance.
Yeah.
because Cincinnati is an honest to God chance of going to a Super Bowl, whereas Tennessee and New England probably not. It'd be a big shock if either of us did actually make a deep playoff run. So I
Yeah.
think D-Hop's kind of waiting for that. Either a contender throws a lot of money at him, or he just doesn't feel like working right now because he's 31 years old. I don't really blame him. Most vets, they kind of wait till training camp anyway.
Yeah. It makes some sense. Um, I just like with the need of wide receiver being so strong, I'm just curious, like, how do you let that kind of caliber wide receiver walk out of the building without a contract? You know what I mean? Like you bring a guy like that in, who presumably is in the final years of his prime,
Mhm.
and why didn't you just lock the door behind you? You know what I mean? Like we're not leaving until deal's done. I mean,
They should
obviously
have
the
done
legal ramifications, but
Yeah, not kidnapping him. No, they should have done something, but I think they realized that D-Hop was. I think it might just be D-Hop. He might have give them like a soft verbal commitment, kind of like they do in a high school and college setting, where like he's like, yeah, I will come to Tennessee, but he doesn't want to sign the dot yet. Um, I honestly, as time passes, I kind of feel like he is going to come to Tennessee. Um, just because it's so many things kind of makes sense. It does make sense from coming to Tennessee. He worked with Vrabel. Um, he's old. He's a receiver. He's injured a lot. Faces suspensions. That's just kind of a Titans kind of guy. Um, but in all seriousness, I don't know where D Hop's going to go. I do just gut feeling. I feel like Tennessee, just because no top contenders have really offered him anything yet.
yeah,
If it's between Tennessee and New England, if those are his like top two, I think Tennessee all the way. Just because I don't think his relationship with Billy O'Brien is all that great, and I don't think he wants to play in cold weather state the whole season. It's very very cold in New England, and when he plays in the Jets there as well. So
yeah,
and Buffalo. So I don't know if he wants to do all that.
yeah. Very true. I mean, that's got to be something. He's only played in warm places, but I don't think he really had the option with the Cardinals trade. I mean, regardless, D Hop's a dude you can't let go of. But somebody else I was thinking something similar of might have been Dalvin Cook, who
Mhm.
was also sitting in free agency, and it made me think of this. Let's just say hypothetically, you find a trade that you're willing to make for Derrick Henry, and then the Titans sign Dalvin Cook. Are you upset? I mean, he's 2 years younger, and while he's obviously not Derrick Henry, he's not bad. He's a solid guy who's going to get you 4 yards at carry.
I would be pretty mad. Yeah, I would be. Unless like the only way, again, I've said many times, I do not want Derrick Henry to leave Tennessee. I think Derrick Henry's career is going to last longer than Dalvin Cook's. So even the age doesn't even really matter. And they're not even technically 2 years apart. I think it's only like 16 months because Dalvin Cook turns 29 in, I think, a month and a half. So it is very, very close in age. And I feel like even that, I'm going with Derrick Henry. Dalvin Cook was healthy last year, but he's had a lot of injury concerns throughout his career. Um, Even a lot of Vikings fans, um, even whenever Dalvin was healthy, a lot of them preferred Madison. So the fact that people want, RB2 over RB1, kind of similar to what was going on with Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott down in Dallas. I just don't want used goods. I'm not saying Dalvin Cook's a bad player. I mean, he's a 4-time Pro Bowler, and we have seen him be very dominant in this league. But I'm taking Derrick Henry, a healthy Derrick Henry over Dalvin Cook. I'm even taking an aging Derrick Henry over a less aging Dalvin Cook.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Derrick Henry, I would be very sad if we were going to get rid of Derrick regardless. Then yeah, I'd be very happy with Dalvin Cook. But yeah, if it's Derrick or Dalvin, I'm taking Derrick over basically every running back in the NFL.
yeah.
Actually, I am going to take him over every running back in the NFL. I think the only one that I would even consider. This is going to be a very controversial one. Probably Tony Pollard.
I thought you were going to say Tony Hawk.
No, I think Tony Pollard or oh god, what's his name? Dude from Austin Eckler from
Mm,
the Chargers. I think those are the other best running backs in the league.
yeah, yeah. They're solid. They're definitely solid, but Eckler's, I would say, got more injury concerns than Dalvin Cook does.
Yeah, he's about done, but Derrick over all those guys regardless. I like
Yeah.
CMC, but his injury concerns concern me. Same with Saquon. All the talent in the world, but I just can't trust him. Derrick Henry's only had one injury in his career, so I'll take that.
He's 27.
He
Dalvin
turns
Cook.
28 in August.
Yeah,
August
he's
10th, I believe.
yeah. When does Derrick Henry turn 30?
January.
Oh man, his birthday is the day after mine. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then.
Yeah, so like the age is like it's too close to even make it really a factor for me. If Dalvin was 25, 26, then maybe I'd lean a little bit more to that. But running backs, they're a dime a dozen, honestly, unless he came really, really cheap, which I don't think Dalvin will. I think Dalvin's probably going to get closer to 8 million, which is low for his caliber, but running backs don't get paid anything these days.
Yeah.
At least comparison, 8 million is a lot of money.
I mean, yeah, but, right. Okay, I think that's a fair answer. I honestly feel like it would be. It's not a lateral move to unload Henry and then get Dalvin Cook. It's definitely like Derrick's the better of the two, but if you're going to get rid of him, Dalvin Cook's not the worst running back out there.
Oh,
He probably, if Derrick Henry is an A plus, Dalvin Cook's like an A minus or an A.
yeah. Yeah, no matter where Dalvin Cook goes, like unless he goes like San Francisco, he's going to elevate that running back room, or at
Yeah.
least be the best. Yeah, like he is one of the better running backs in the league. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's just running backs. I just don't value them at all. I love Derrick Henry like as a fan favorite. I want him to retire in Tennessee. Like being selfish with that, I just don't want to see him go. And like unless they throw 3 first-round picks and Dalvin Cook or something like that, I'm not getting rid of him. And that's never. No one's ever going to pay that.
All right. All right. So let's move to this topic here. You said that Malik Willis has been showing out.
He's been looking good.
What do you mean? Explain yourself.
Just playing, just practice. He was throwing some beautiful dimes. He's always in great shape, but he's looking great. He's looking a lot more patient in the pocket. His leadership skills have been improved, and he's been impressing around the locker room. It's honestly looking like he is QB2, clear QB2. Will Levis has been struggling. I know they want Will Levis to be the future. They trade up in the second to get him. But you can't argue the eyeball test, and Malik Willis just looks better. I don't know how that'll translate to gameplay because gameplay and practice are vastly different things. But as of right now, Malik Willis, man, he has a lot for fans to be excited about. I've seen a lot of people that really dislike Malik Willis. Like, okay, maybe this guy actually can play some football. He just needs some time, which that's what we've been saying from the beginning. Even, if you guys rewind to the show, April of last year, we said that no matter where Malik Willis goes, even if he goes, that 6th overall pick to Seattle, he was going to need some time.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people mocked him to Seattle in that first round, or even Pittsburgh with like 22 or whatever it was. He was going to need some time, and looks like he is improving. If he was regressing at all, then it's like, all right, let's cut the cord because he sucked last year. So I'm excited from what I see. I really, really want to see him in preseason because I'm rooting for him. I mean, I want anyone that's putting on Titans uniform to do well, except for Caleb Farley. So Malik Willis is looking good, and I'm appreciating him, what he's doing out there.
Hell yeah. I mean, let's just say some craziness happens.
Okay.
Another Tannehill injury is hurt, has come around. And you have, let's just say you get a sample size of both quarterbacks. Malik Willis goes out first and plays for 2 games, finally eclipsing 100 yards in his first start in that stretch.
It's embarrassing.
And actually looks like he is learning and taking steps, and you can see the progress.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe they don't win those games, but you walk away from that game being like, Malik Willis showed me something today.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, they go to Will Levis, and he is definitely worse, but you can see the upside.
Mm-hmm.
Which scenario would you prefer to happen?
I mean, I'd rather have Malik Willis in that situation. I mean, Tannehill all day over both. If both of them even light up in the preseason, I still want Tannehill starting week 1 regular season. But I hope this is the one year that Tennessee keeps all 3 quarterbacks. Because if we cut Malik Willis, he will not make it on that. He will not clear waivers. Somebody will pick him up. Even if he lands on the practice squad, someone will poach him. So I feel like he has to make the roster. And if they do all 3 make the active roster, then yeah, I'd rather have Malik Willis at QB2, even in that situation.
Yeah.
That's because he also has a year under his belt too. But if he has a very short leash, if he goes out there and just, looks very gun shy and just afraid to throw the ball, then yeah, throw his ass out and put in Will Levis.
Okay. Let's say. I'm trying to think here. Would you rather have Derrick Henry rush for 1,700 yards and 15 touchdowns, but you miss out on the playoffs by a game? Or Will Levis proves himself as a potential long-term solution? Like he actually, proves that he was worth a second-round draft pick and trading up for him at that. And the Titans don't win the division, but squeak into a wild card as a 7 seed.
Yeah, I would definitely take that. Just for the fact that, well, if in that scenario, that means Tannehill, something drastic happened to Tannehill. Whether he got injured or was absolute garbage. Yeah, I would like to see promise at quarterback. As much as I love Derrick Henry, even in that situation, I don't think we make the playoffs without Derrick Henry balling out. So he may not have gotten 1,700 yards, like 15 touchdowns, like whatever you said. He probably still at least got like 1,200, 1,100. And I'll take that all day. 11 or 1,000 is the magic number, and Derrick Henry's going to get that all day.
Yeah.
Even in that year that he was out for half the season, he still had like 957 yards, which is unreal. He would have easily shattered the all-time record that year. They were just feeding the ball. And it was just like 60-yard run, 60-yard run, 60-yard run. Derrick Henry stiff-arming people into Saturn. It was incredible. I expect more of that this year. This dude's looking absolutely jacked. This dude's off-season. His regimen's insane. That guy gets bigger, stronger, faster every single year.
He really does. It's kind of an uncanny ability he's got.
Yeah. I don't know how he doesn't get drug tested like every day. This dude's got to be on Tren or something. I don't get it, but he's killing it.
There's got to be some questions out there.
I was watching I think it was George Kittle. Those two were working out together. And they're like, yeah, he worked out like 3 times in a day. And I was like, man, when are we going to chill? Derek's like, no, we're good. I'm going to go run and go lift some weights and then eat and then go work out again. That dude just trains nonstop. That's why that man's probably going to pull like Adrian Peterson. Not have 13 kids, but play for like 13, 14 years.
Does he have 13 kids?
He's got a lot.
I thought he had like 4.
No, he has a lot more than that. Somebody asked him once when he was a Viking, they were like, so how many kids do you have? Adrian Peterson goes, I know how many kids I have, and I'm comfortable with that number. That's like someone asking Ray Lewis. They're like, did you kill those people? He's like, I mean, someone did. So that's a terrible answer, Ray. God. No, I didn't kill those people. Someone did.
Now that would actually make more sense if Ray Charles said it. I don't know.
Ray Charles, man, he's a useless witness.
Oh my God.
Off subject, but I met a blind kid once, and his name was Ray, and his middle name was Charles. I was like, why would you name your kid that, knowing he's blind? There's a kid I was substituting for in a very, very different school. I saw his name on the roster, and I was like, oh my God, they did not name their blind kid Ray Charles. And then, his last name.
Oh, man.
Horrible, horrible thing to do.
Oof.
Here's my daughter, Helen Keller.
Oh, God. Oh, God. All right. So would you rather Jeffrey Simmons goes out and puts up 20 sacks and 20 tackles for loss, and the Titans sweep the Colts,
Oh, easy.
or sweep the Colts and sweep the Jags, or would you prefer Harold Landry? No, no, I don't like that one. Or would you prefer Caleb Farley puts together a healthy 17-game season where he plays above average football?
Jeffrey Simmons.
Okay.
Just because even if Caleb Farley plays halfway decent football, this man's going to be our fifth string corner. So that means he's just a decent gunner on special teams. And no, I'm done with Caleb Farley. I say trade him for a 2037 seventh round pick and wash your hands clean with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done with him.
Harsh.
Yeah, he's terrible. I honestly respect Isaiah Wilson more than Caleb Farley.
How can you do that?
Because he was so blatantly like, I don't care about football. All I'm trying to do is be Gigi Bowser, smoke crack, and drive around Nashville and wreck into an O'Charlie's. And Caleb Farley's silently robbing the Titans. And like there's just no honor in his trashness. That's like Vic Beasley. The story broke on Busting the Boys. Will Compton was in the shower with Vic Beasley and said, yeah, we should just boycott this season. And I just want to chill and collect. And that man signed a 1 year, $9 million deal and played like half of a game. And now I think he got like cut from the USFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vic Beasley, former first round pick. God awful. Also robbed the Titans.
Yeah.
I respect him and Isaiah Wilson more than I do Caleb Farley. Because if you're going to rob the Titans, at least, do it at gunpoint. Don't just steal a little bit from there. Don't cheat them on their taxes. He's just skimming a little bit on that. He's taking a little bit out the church collection bucket. That's all Caleb Farley's doing, man. I hate that dude. I hope you're listening to this, Caleb. You're trash. I mean it with hate.
Hot garbage. Anyway, all right. I'm trying to think of an off-topic. Would you rather, not football related? Would you rather? Would you rather your new baby grow up to be a fan of Duck Dynasty, or would you rather your sweet angel baby girl grow up to be a fan of what are the shitty housewife shows?
Like Sex and the City or something
No. It's like the Real Housewives of
like Atlanta or whatever.
Yeah. You're like, she's only a few days old. Don't do this yet.
Honestly, I think Duck Dynasty.
I think you're right.
Just because I think it'd be so like they're so. I haven't seen that show, and like I think I've only seen snippets of it, like when they were big. And if I'm correct, I think aren't they just like a bunch of like trashy swamp people?
I mean, they're trashy, but they like pray a lot. Like those two things are not related.
And then the desperate housewives, they need a lot of prayer.
And they don't.
But they also, I imagine they set a lot of like bad standards for women.
Yeah, probably.
And I feel like Duck Dynasty, I feel like they probably respect women more than the desperate housewives respect themselves.
I would.
So I think I'm a fan of the Duck. I thought you were gonna say, would you rather them be a fan of Duck Dynasty or like the Indianapolis Colts? And that would still Duck Dynasty all day.
Oh no, that does inspire this next question though. Would you rather your sweet angel baby girl grow up to be a Colts fan or an Alabama fan?
Alabama.
100%.
Whoa. Yeah, the University of Alabama serves a purpose. The Indianapolis Colts do not. So she can at least get an education at Alabama, which that sentence has probably never been said before. or she can,
You're probably right.
or she could be a fan of a team that has still living in '07.
Mm.
So I think I'm gonna go with
Okay.
University of Alabama.
All right. Let me ask a
Colts
better
are
one.
like, yeah, we sucked the last 12 years, but at least we won a Super Bowl that nobody's on that team anymore. All right.
Would you rather her be a Colts fan or a Jags fan?
Um, I think honestly, as crazy as it sounds, I'm probably gonna say Colts, just because I like their colors better.
Yeah.
Jaguars, like, what even is that, dude? Their uniforms look like baby crap. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Jaguars, they have better weather, but and Florida's a way better state than Indiana. But team wise, I think I'm gonna go with the Colts. They have dope uniforms. I'm not gonna lie.
They do. That they do. Um. Okay. Would you rather? Uh. Hmm. Would you rather? All right. Okay. All right. This one's gonna be a weird one, folks. All right. Not too weird, but it'll be weird. Would you rather pay a homeless man to just leave you alone, or give a homeless man money, or like tell a homeless man that you'll give him money if he makes the surrounding area even just a little cleaner?
Oh, yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
That's providing a purpose.
I mean, I know some people would just be like, just take the money, just get out of my face.
No,
I can
I
smell you
this
already.
is gonna be a real hot take, and a lot of people are gonna be mad, but I don't give money to homeless people anymore.
Yeah.
I've actually seen. I think I've said this before, but yeah, I've actually seen somebody buy crack, or not buy crack, but buy drugs with money, like from like panhandling. It's like, okay, no, I'm done with this. That one
Yeah.
homeless man. Well, there's been several bad run-ins. Living in Nashville, you get a lot of run-ins with crazy homeless people.
Yes.
So yeah, they spoiled it. Nashville is terrible homeless people. They're not as bad as Denver or any city in California, but they're pretty bad in Nashville.
Yeah. Woof. California. R.I.P.
They're rough, yeah. I've had some serious homeless issues in California. They're terrible out there. Yes, offense, California. Get your stuff together. Beautiful state, terrible cities.
Michael says the kitty cats. Can't say I disagree with you. I'd have to go with the kitty cats over being a Colts fan. Um. Okay. All right. Would you rather your sweet angel, baby girl, grow up to play soccer or softball?
Soccer.
Why
Yeah,
soccer?
because softball you can like knock your teeth out or bust your nose up or whatever. I feel like soccer. There's a lot of injuries that happen in soccer, but not as many that are like life changing.
Yeah. All
I feel
right.
like it's easier to get a soccer scholarship than it is a softball one.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Especially now with like the rapid growth of soccer.
Yeah, soccer is like really booming, especially in Tennessee.
Yeah.
When they brought Nashville SC out here, everyone loves soccer. I'm definitely gonna put my little girl in soccer.
Is there any other sports that you would be interested in putting her in, or maybe like I guess martial arts?
I was like volleyball would be a good one. Then my wife said no, only whores play volleyball, so she can't. So she can't do that one. That was my reaction too. I was like, I didn't know that was a thing. So I guess no volleyball. Tennis would be a good one because me, my wife and I are both tennis players. So
Tennis
that'd be
would
a
be a
cool
good
one.
sport.
Tennis would be fun. I'd play tennis with her all the time. I'd whoop her butt, but I'd play tennis with her all the time.
That's good. You gotta teach them that you can try all you want, but you're not gonna win every time.
Yeah, especially against a guy.
Yeah,
That's in his
especially.
20s.
Yeah. Anyway, would you rather? Do you have one?
Yes. So it's not really okay. This is kind of a would you rather. So would you rather win a Super Bowl this year, the Texans?
Mm.
Would you rather win a Super Bowl, whatever 50 something it is, but suck for the next 5 years? Just god awful, just piss poor football. Like your worst season, you have to watch that every Sunday, knowing you're probably going to suck. Or would you rather suck for 5 years, but you're going to win a Super Bowl at some point in the next 5 years? But you don't know which season it is.
Definitely the second option.
Don't know, just have a mystery.
Yeah. Because at least you're building to something. I don't like the Rams approach.
But it could be, either the fourth year. You're going to suck regardless of those 5 years, but you're going to have one Cinderella season, just
I
a
mean,
flash in the bucket.
I'm cool with that. I will take that because I guess if the stars align and that happens, I'm not going to fight it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like in the first scenario, does that mean that because we won the Super Bowl, we're going to suck?
Well, it'll be your roster. So CJ Stroud's going to come in there, rookie of the year, probably win a Super Bowl, and then you guys are just going to decline heavily the next 4 years.
Mm.
So it's like, all right, they did great for 1 year, but it's like, all right, now I need a new quarterback because CJ Stroud is an Ohio State quarterback.
Yeah.
And Dameon Pierce is gone because running backs don't last, and Mechie, is back having cancer or something. Just everything's just terrible.
Yeah.
Everything just falls apart.
Literally the worst case scenario.
The worst case scenario, everything bad happens. Petrie's god awful.
Definitely the second case then. Definitely the second one. Okay, so would you rather the Titans go 7-10 again, and fire Mike Vrabel? Or would you rather the Titans go 2-15 and fire Mike Vrabel, or keep Mike Vrabel?
Oh.
Yeah.
So I love Mike Vrabel. I will say that. My fear would be if we went 2-15 and kept him, we still would whiff on a quarterback. We would probably we'd find Josh Dobbs again. We'd bring someone like that and be like, all right, we're going to draft a quarterback or like an offensive lineman with high upside, but is probably injured with that first overall pick. I don't know. I don't know if I trust Vrabel to rebuild a team. If we go 7-10 again, I do expect him to get fired. So I think I'd probably take the 7-10 and fire Vrabel because he is very hard-headed. He hires bad people around him generally. So yeah, if we go 7-10, as much as I love you, Vrabel, you're out of here.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think we would I think we would blow that pick if we end up getting the first overall pick. I think we'd blow it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
because we have very bad luck with first round picks
lately.
Yeah, I think historically, first round picks for the Titans have almost always sucked. Albert Haynesworth was good
for a while.
As a Titan, he was always good.
Javon Kearse.
Javon Kearse was incredible. Yeah, he was one of our best ones. I mean, Eddie George, of course, is great. McNair was great. But I mean, the last 15 years of first round picks, they've all kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Most of them don't sign a second deal. Jeffrey Simmons was a good one, but that's the first one, and maybe since Michael Griffin in 07. Yeah, Lawan was. Griffin was good. That's really about it.
Michael Griffin, yeah.
Yeah, Michael Griffin 07. Every other first round, like Kenny Britt was terrible. Chris Johnson was great. Oh, Chris Johnson was amazing.
Yeah.
But it was a running back. I got one for you.
Hit me.
Since you're a Vols fan, would you rather the Vols win a national championship this year or the Texans win a Super Bowl this year?
Vols win it.
Really, are you a bigger Vols fan than you are a Texans fan?
No, I just think the Texans realistically have no snowball's chance in hell and even making the playoffs. So if they make the Super Bowl, then they're definitely going to decline next year, just because no way they're going to repeat it. But the Vols, on the other hand, the Vols were pretty good last season. And if
Yeah,
the
they were.
defense can even do anything, like that's actually like a feasible thing.
Joe Milton looks good too. I'm excited for the Vols this year. I'm not a big college fan, but they're fun. They're real fun to watch this past year. And I watched most of their games, and I'm really excited for Tennessee.
He's got moments, but there was a game against Ole Miss where Hooker got hurt. That was the game that everybody threw a bunch of trash on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth down, time is expiring. He runs out of bounds. I'm like, what did you just? Why? You didn't even try. So that's just etched in my brain, and the fact that I watched him because he was the starter before Hooker was. He started over Hooker initially, but he overthrew literally everything. There was not one thing he didn't overthrow. If you were running a go route and the person running the route was Chris Johnson in his prime,
Still overthrowing it.
my man would overthrow him by like 15 yards. He's got a cannon. The problem is his touch. He did come in last year when Hooker got hurt after tearing his ACL or whatever, and he played admirably. And I don't think he threw a pick, which is a huge sign of progress. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of faith in the man. He's going to have to prove some stuff to me. We'll see. But I would definitely take the Vols winning a natty because the Alabama fans and the
They'd kill themselves.
that
would solve two problems.
I don't think you can say that word, but you have to say like unalived themselves or something.
Yeah, the world's very soft these days. You're right.
Yeah. Anyway, would you rather? Would you rather your daughter grow up and be a gymnast or a cheerleader?
A gymnast. They actually have skill.
Damn. God bless.
Being a gymnast is a real I'm not saying cheerleaders aren't talented because they are, but gymnasts, like watching them do all those flips and crazy things on those beams, like that's impressive.
Yeah.
It really is. I don't really watch gymnasts, but doing all those flips and like that's hard to do. Like that's really, really hard to do.
Yeah.
That's
And
unbelievable strength.
there's definitely some intersectionality there. They are similar, but while most people don't watch gymnastics, the only time cheerleaders are around, people are not watching cheerleaders.
Yeah, I don't understand. If they got rid of the Titan cheerleaders, I wouldn't even notice. No offense.
I don't even think most teams have cheerleaders.
A couple don't. No, I think most do. I know the Patriots don't because they're distracting, and same with the Steelers. I think those are the only two teams without them, at least that I know of.
Yeah,
I remember they specifically said they don't have cheerleaders, but that was a while back. They might have now. I doubt the Patriots do just because Belichick's there. But
and Robert Kraft.
yeah, I think he's not allowed to be around women under a certain age or something.
Under like 800 or whatever he is. All right. Well, I think we've come to a natural end here. Blake, thank you for coming on. Thank you for your time. Love talking Titans with you, brother.
Always.
Tell your lady and your baby what's up.
Yep. Newest Titans fan.
Newest Titans fan. And potentially Alabama fan, I guess. But folks, want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed visually the new format. I'll figure out more about this stuff as I go along. This is just attempt number 1, and I've already got quite a bit figured out that I used to have to do for 4 hours after these. So now I got like free time and stuff. So that's dope. But folks, hit the like, subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000. If you're watching us on Facebook, I don't know what the monetization numbers are, but just help us get there. Be good people, folks. I will have a We Are Texans Wednesday coming out tomorrow. I will be going live with Drew Doherty at around 11 a.m. And you'll be able to catch it on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So
What day is that again?
tomorrow,
Tomorrow.
11 a.m.
Be there, guys.
Check it out. Be good people.